Happy Friday. Please stay warm. And those of you that are experiencing snow, please stay warm and dry and as indoors as possible because it looks like it's going to be bad in some parts of the country. I'm just waiting for it to start up on my phone so that I can turn the volume down on my phone so that we don't hear my voice twice through this. There's about a 30-second delay from when I start the video, when I go live, to the point where it actually is live. So, but hello everybody. Welcome to the Chatty Crafty Guild and the Chatty Crafty live stream and the Friday after the fourth Thursday in November, which may be Thanksgiving to you and it may not. And so I'm over here. You can hear me in the background because I'm pulling the labels off of a package that got delivered yesterday. And yes, it got delivered yesterday. I feel very sorry for the person who had to deliver this, but I'm going to go through this package as one of the things that I'm going to do today. But first, I wanted to show off the things that are on my desk. So, oh, there we go. I hope that if you celebrated Thanksgiving, that you had a wonderful Thanksgiving with family and friends. And I hope that if you needed some time on your own because of the overwhelming nature of massive numbers of people and friends and family, that they understood that you needed time on your own and they let you do that without being judgmental or anything like that. Oh, what am I on? Oh no, I'm squishing a piece of nice paper. Ah! Oh dear, I did not want to roll over that with the wheels of my chair. Okay, it's all right, it's fine. Okay, so anyway, hello everybody. Oh, oh, I've got stuff falling all over the place in here. Goodness gracious. All right, here we go. I'm getting there. Okay, so hi everybody. So far nobody said hello to me, so I don't know if anybody's actually watching. It says there's 4 people. I know one of them is me, and I'm pretty sure the other one is my husband, but there should be 2 other people in there. But anyway, so I'm going to get rid of the stuff at the beginning first. I forgot to make part of my video on Sunday mention the giveaway for this week, so I'm just not going to have a giveaway this week. I'm going to move it to next week, and it's going to be these. I bought 2 of these. One because I was going to keep it for myself, but I have decided that I really just don't have the room on my desk for it. So instead of keeping it for myself and never using it, I am going to give it away as next week's giveaway. So when the video goes up on Sunday, then this will be what I'm giving away, and I'm giving away 2 of them, and they are completely free to you. All you have to do is fill out the form correctly. Hey Karen, how are you doing today? Good to see you. But all you have to do is fill out the form correctly, and if your number gets drawn, because when you fill out a Google form, it gives it a number. Baby Bear's in here. He's not deciding where he wants to be, so you might see flashes of gray as he moves back and forth. But when you fill out the Google form, it gives you a number, and then I draw by number, and I have a random number generator that picks the numbers, and it'll pick 2 random numbers from all of the correctly filled out entry forms, and 2 people will win this. It is completely free. If anybody says that you need to send money to get this, they're lying. It's a scam. Don't believe the scam. I do have safeguards in my giveaway form that helps to minimize the amount of people that people can scam. I'm good. How's your day going? My day's going pretty well. Hubs and I have been doing almost nothing. There were 2 football games today, and I think we slept through both of them. I didn't really like the second one. This is just a personal preference. This is me talking. But since Prime has started showing the video game, the football games as if you're playing a video game, so you've got that first-person view of the field, and it's got little dots on all the players like they're being controlled. I really hate it. I really, really can't stand it. So I'm not really fond of watching Thursday. Hi, Amira. How are you doing today? Hi, Doris. Happy Friday to you, too. So we slept through the games, and we're not upset that we slept through the Prime game, because the Prime game, it's awful. It's not the way to watch football. If I wanted to play a video game, I would play a video game. If I want to watch a football game, darn it, I want to watch the football game. But that's me, and obviously there are people who like it because they keep doing it. Either that or they're going to keep losing subscribers, losing people who watch it. So anyway, that's my opinion. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up 3 pages of these, because I need to have these cut up so that I can ship them out. And I'm hoping to get everything packed up and ready to ship out tomorrow. It may not actually go out tomorrow, but I'm hoping to have it packed up and ready to ship out tomorrow, so that everybody who signed up for one of these pieces of corrugated cardstock will get their piece of corrugated cardstock, and everybody who signed up for a magnet will get their magnet. Let's see, is this 12? So it's 12, so I want 8 and 4. So I'm doing okay, Amira. My husband and I, we spent almost the entire day sleeping. And it was really, really nice to spend the day sleeping, I do have to say. Anyway, this is the size. This is a 4x6 piece of that corrugated cardstock. And if you signed up for it, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a 4x6 sheet of this corrugated cardstock. And it is to be put into some sort of craft, and then posted on the, some sort of card, make a card out of it, and then post it on the Facebook group, the Chatty Crafty Facebook group, that will be linked in the description of this video after it goes back up live. One of these days, I'm going to remember to put it on there before I put up the live, and then I can say it's already listed there. Don't hold your breath on that. We all know that I don't really do very well on prepping for these things, which is one of the joyous things about the Chatty Crafty crafting lives. So yeah, I'm doing okay. I hope you stay warm, Amira. I hope you don't get too much snow. I hope you don't get so much snow that the snowplows can't keep up, because I think you're supposed to get a lot of snow in that area pretty soon. So anyway, let's see. I'm also going to be showing off stuff that I got. I got these cardstock, this corrugated cardstock from Ollie's. It was $1. It was 25 cents a sheet. And I bought 8 sheets of it. And what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting up pieces of it, because if you watched my live and you signed up for, I think it was my Friday live, and you signed up for a piece of this, I'm just going to mail you a piece of this. And you can use it in any card making craft that you want, with the caveat that I would love for you to post it in the YouTube group. And, but, you know, I know life might get in the way, and if it doesn't happen, that's okay. You still get to try it out. And once you've made your creation is yours to keep. So really, you're just getting a piece of this for free. I'm shipping it to you for free, and then you make a greeting card with it, and then you post it in the Facebook group, and then that greeting card is yours. So, hi, bone-tired travelers. Yes, was today. I would imagine that today was very cold, because I live in Central Florida, and we were cold. And that doesn't happen very often on Thanksgiving. We do have, you know, between Christmas and Valentine's Day, we do usually have a few days where it does get quite chilly. But for it to be this cold on Thanksgiving, or the week of Thanksgiving, is rather odd. So yeah, so there we go. I've got them all cut up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them to you in a 5x7 envelope with a card front. It's either going to be one of these, or you might get one of these blue ones, but it's going to come with a 5x7 card front. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick this inside here and put it in an envelope. The envelope will not be usable, because it's going to have your, she's freezing. Oh my goodness. I have a friend that lives in Interlaken. And oh wow, yeah, I bet she is freezing, because it's a lot colder here than it's supposed to be right now. Yeah, so, but I'm going to send you, so you'll get a card base, and you'll get this. And I don't know what color card base you'll get. You might get a blue one, you might get a white one, you might get one of these neutral colored ones. And then the envelope, you're not going to, it's going to have your address written on it, because I'm going to ship it to you. But, you know, hopefully you'll have a 5x7 or 4x6. There's nothing that says that you have to make a 5x7 card with this. I just have to ship it in a 5x7, because it won't fit in an A2 card, because it's too big. So anyway, there we go. There's that. I don't need this anymore. I have cut up all the stuff that I'm going to cut up for now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this. And this, I really was disappointed in, not because of what it is. I mean, it's obviously a package from Temu, and I haven't added up how much I paid for this, but what disappointed me about this is that it got delivered yesterday. And I don't think anybody should have to work on a holiday like Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving, I put in a post in my Facebook page, because I also have a Chatty Crafty page that goes along with the Chatty Crafty group. And I put a post in my Facebook page that, to me, Thanksgiving really isn't a historical holiday, and it really isn't a religious holiday, because that's not the way I was raised. To me, Thanksgiving is a day where you sit down and you think about what's gone on for the year, what you have, and what you're grateful for. And it's not grateful for a higher being that you have it. It's just grateful that these are the things that are in your life, because there's always something in your life to be grateful for. And so that's what Thanksgiving is to me. And in my post in my Facebook page, Chatty Crafty, and I guess I'll put that in the description for this as well if you want to go read it if you haven't found it. I put the things that I am thankful for, and it's an interesting list. And you know, if you read it and you think about it and you want to say something, I'm more than welcome to hear your thoughts on it. So, you know, I'll put that link in there. More embossing folders. Embossing folders and die cutters is almost everything that I buy from Temu, just to be honest about it. It really is. And I love these things, because these die cutters, look at this leaf die cutter. And what I love about this leaf die cutter is that it is usable both as the piece that gets cut out and as the opening, the negative that'll be left over in the paper. Because when this gets cut out, it will leave an entire opening for this, and I can put like green foil behind it and make that an interesting focal point on a card as well. And when I buy leaf die cutters, and especially any other die cutter that I might want to use the negative of, I try to make sure that there's no spots where there's a piece that has to be kept up. Like if these two leaves stuck together, then the piece in between here would have to be kept up with. I don't do that. It's fussy, and I don't do fussy. So I want to find ones that don't have that, and that's this for me. And then I found this really cute little reindeer. It's got the extra little dot here, which is actually completely sealed onto the cutter. So in order to get that as a red dot for the nose for this little reindeer, I would have to cut it out of whatever color I want the reindeer made of, and a red in order to get that. Or I would have to cut it out completely in white cardstock, color the reindeer whatever color I wanted it, and then color the nose whatever I wanted it. So, you know, I thought that was cool. But I finally broke down and got some bows. I have been avoiding the bow trend forever. I wasn't a bow person. I haven't really understood the bow trend. But I finally broke down and got these are just little bows that I can put on anything. These can be fit anywhere, and I could just cut out massive numbers of these just over and over and over again, cut them out. Amira suggested doing batch cutting when you're doing die cutting, and I can just cut out these over and over again in different color paper and store it in a little container, like maybe one of my pill bottle containers. And then when I want a bow, I can just pull out a bow and put it on, and I can find the right color bow that I want, and I just have them already all cut out. I don't have to cut them out individually when I want them. I can cut them out in batches and have them ready to go when I'm ready to use them. So I finally got that done. Any more? Nope. So I hope everybody who celebrated Thanksgiving had a good Thanksgiving. We did. I overcooked the carrots pretty badly. We didn't eat them, but everything else was really good. And, you know, for one dish out of like 6 or 7, that wasn't too bad. And then this is a cutout where you actually get the cutout. Thank you, Karen. It wasn't my idea, though. That was Amira's idea. So credit where credit is due. The whole batch cutting thing, I totally got that idea from Amira. And this it cuts out, I worked Wednesday night and Thursday. Oh no, you had to work Thursday night. That sucks. I'm sorry. I really am. By Thursday night, we were passed out on the couch. In fact, we passed out on the couch so hard that we slept on the couch all night. I don't know if that was the turkey or if I was so exhausted from getting prepared for Thanksgiving, because it really is a big thing. For a person with mental health issues, getting prepared for Thanksgiving really is a big thing. And my husband is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. He helped me out so much in getting everything ready to go. He is an amazing sous chef, and I absolutely appreciate and thank him for that. But it's still a lot of work to get everything ready to go. He had to work Wednesday, so I had to do all the Wednesday prep by myself. And then Thursday we did the cooking together. And, you know, it's easy cooking because I use box mixes and things like that as much as possible. But this cuts out a hole. It doesn't actually cut out an entire rim. So if I actually wanted to make this into a rim, I would have to put another round die cutter on the edge of it in order to make it an actual complete cutout. So this cuts out a hole that could be made into a shaker, which would be really cool, because stack a few of these on top of each other and then put a piece of acetate cut out like this, and then another piece of cardstock, and you have however much depth you have with your paper, and you can put things in there that can be shaken around. So all this area in here would have little shaker bits in it. So that's really cool. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. I just can't even. I just can't even. Hi, baby bear, you're back. You gonna go up on your bed? You gonna go up on your bed, baby boy? Huh? Gonna go up on your bed? Time to go up on your bed. There you go. I just can't even. I love this. And it's got these two pieces. So it's got the outline, and then it's got the base, and then it cuts out the little individual pieces that you can glue down to the base so that you know that it fits together. My husband just found out that we forgot. Oh, I can't forget the cranberry sauce. There's no way. I'm not allowed to forget the cranberry sauce, Karen. My husband won't let me. And it has to be the canned, jellied cranberry sauce. He's not overly picky on brand, but it has to be the canned, jellied one. I tried one year to make a beautiful orange and cranberry with whole cranberries and the whole sauce, and jellied it all on my own, and he didn't eat it. He didn't like it. He was not even interested in it. He was like, do we have any of the canned stuff? So I did 1 year where I tried to do something other than the canned stuff and gave up. It's his favorite, and you know what? It's his Thanksgiving too, so he can have his favorite. That's just the way it is. But it cuts out the different pieces, and they fit on here like a little jigsaw puzzle. So when you cut this out, you get the outline, you get the base to glue everything down on, so you're not trying to fit it together without a guide, and then you get the individual pieces to put it down. And if you cut this out of multiple colors, you get multiple colors out of this. Or if you cut this part out of, if you cut it out of two colors that are similar, like dark and light, you can use this as the light color and that as the dark color, like it's shadows. Oh, so cool. I love it. And then I should have several of these. I should have 3 of these, I think. I saw these. They were all from the same seller. They were all the same thing. And so where is this nasty sticky thing? The nasty thicky thing wasn't there. There it is. Oh, they folded this over a lot in order to seal this. But yeah, these are different shapes and different borders. So this one right here has this, and it's got stitches in it. So it's a zigzag border with stitches in it. This is a straight line that's just stitches. It doesn't actually cut out. It just makes these stitches. This is a wavy line that makes stitches. This is one that I will probably never use because of the teeny tiny holes in it, because picking the little spots out of that's not my favorite. This is more of a banner pattern with stitches, a straight line, and then it cuts out a line, a row of flowers or fall leaves and pumpkins, snowflakes. These are ginkgo leaves, and then these are stars and seashell, or sea stars and seashells, and bubbles and things. And these are about 6 inches long. So you can do it on a 5.5 inch card, and you can have this as a border on the edge of the card, and then you can even do it as a border on the top piece and then put it on top of glitter. Hi, Stacy. It's good to see you. Good to see you from Alabama. I hope it's not too cold for you there in Alabama. I know that here down in Central Florida, it got pretty darn cold, which is unusual for Thanksgiving. You know, we get that sometimes. We get like 5 cold days a year down here. But it's not usual to have it this early. And look at this. This one actually does cut out the whole circle. But this is a little fish tank. Look how cool it is. I love this piece. Oh, I love it so much. I can't wait to... Yes, it's cold. Yeah. Well, stay warm. And if the snow makes it down to you, be very careful, because people in Alabama are not really good at driving in the snow. I shudder to think what would ever happen if it actually snowed in Central Florida. That would be a frightening, frightening thing. When I was a little kid, And I've looked it up since then. The year was 1977. It actually snowed in Gainesville when I lived in Gainesville. And my brothers and we scraped all of the snow off of the car, the air conditioning unit, and every bit of the roof that we could reach. And we made a snowman that was about that tall. So it's like belly, center, head. The whole thing was about that tall with all the snow that we got off of it. But we didn't have any. I have an electric blanket on high all year long. Good for you, Stacy. Absolutely good for you. You know, that's awesome. I bet if you have any pets, they absolutely love being with you on your electric blanket. I know that my pets would absolutely love that. They're all snuggly on cold days because they like to be up and underneath the blankets with us. And my husband is like a little heater, so I don't have to worry about being cold at night because he's like a little heater. He just like exudes heat energy massively. Oh, you have a Great Dane. Oh my gosh. How much of the blanket do you get when the Great Dane is on there with you? Because I would think that that would be a massive portion of your blanket taken up by him. This one I thought was really cool. This one also doesn't cut out the whole circle. If I want to make it as an extra piece, this just makes an opening. If I want to make it an extra piece, I have to put another round cutter on the outside of it. But isn't that not just the coolest pattern? I thought that was really neat. And then like cutting it out in like red or gold or some really strong striking color, a bright emerald green. I thought that would be so pretty. And I got little snowflakes and I got little leaves and I got this cute little light bulb. Look at that. Look at that cute little light bulb. And it's not a small light bulb. A lot of these, they're tiny little light bulbs. And this one was not just tiny little light bulb. So I got this one because I just thought it was so great. Just as you know, basic stuff. Do please like the stream. Do please subscribe if you haven't already. You have to subscribe to chat in this stream anyway, unless you're watching it afterwards. If you watch it after it reposts, you don't have to be a subscriber to chat, but do please subscribe to chat. If you're getting any joy or anything out of this, then you can, if you would please subscribe, share, like, all those other good things. I do have Patreon that will be linked in the description of this when it comes back up. I also have memberships on this channel. And I appreciate any level of interaction that you are comfortable with. If just watching my channels is all you're comfortable with, I am so grateful for you and I absolutely adore you and I think you're awesome. If you do any of the other parts as well, then you're still just as awesome as the person who just watches, because there's no set limit to what I'm expecting from people, because I don't want people to go above and beyond what they're capable of. You know, if watching my channel is what you're capable of, then I thank you and I appreciate you. If watching and liking is what you're capable of, then I appreciate you. If watching, liking, subscribing, sharing is what you're capable of, I appreciate you. Whatever level of interaction that you're capable of. And I do want to point out that we also have a Facebook group called Chatty Crafty, and it's a guild where we get together and we make suggestions and we point out things and we ask questions and we improve each other's skills in whatever craft that they're chosen. And there is no list of crafts. It's any craft you want to be in, any craft you want to do. And it's any question you might want to ask. It doesn't really matter what you want to ask or what you want to talk about in the Chatty Crafty group, as long as it has something to do with crafts. You know, we'd love to have more people in the Chatty Crafty group, more members of the guild, because it's a really fun group of people that really enjoy crafting and really enjoy sharing things. And we also share the finds that we get at Ollie's. I'm not really capable of going into Ollie's anymore. Well, not right now, because right now the stores, they're too crowded, the displays are too tall, and the aisles are too narrow for my anxiety and my panic to be able to traverse them. And I don't want to make Ollie's an unsafe place for me, because I like the fact that there is at least one store that I can go to and shop around in other than Aldi, the grocery store. And I can only go into Aldi on Thursdays. Otherwise, it's too busy for me. So, you know, I like being able to go into Ollie, but I can't right now because the crowds and the way they have the store arranged for all of the holiday merchandise is just too much for me. I have a very, very, very sensitive meter when it comes to things that cause me anxiety and panic. So yeah, so that's why I'm so understanding when people, when watching is all they can do. I get that. I understand that that's it. That's all you can do. And I'm fine with that. I have no animosity for anybody who is doing their best. That's absolutely it. And that's why with this giveaway that it's not really a giveaway. I'm just sending pieces out to people. The certification in the form that you have to fill out to get one of these, it says, you know, you're certified that you're 18 years or older, because I don't want to send these out to children, because there's just a whole puddle of worms in that one. And that you will try your darndest to post your creation on Facebook, and that you and I both understand that sometimes that's not possible, and there will be no hard feelings, no animosity if you never post your creation, you know, because there won't be. You know, I understand that sometimes you just can't do things. And so I'm like the queen of not being able to do things sometimes. But look at this. Okay, back to this. Look at this. It's got a brick wall, and it's got roses that go up the brick wall. Is that not the most beautiful embossing folder? I'm going to make a video on showing embossing folders on Tuesday, because I have been asked to talk about how I do my embossing folders. So that one's going to come out on Tuesday, and I'm going to use some of these and show you what the embossing of these actually look like, because these are just stunning. Absolutely stunning. I just love them so much. And then this one right here is a bunch of little flowers, and they're right here. There we go. It's just a bunch of little teeny tiny lily of the valley flowers, and it's just small little sprigs of lily of the valley flowers all over this. And I think this one done in vellum would be absolutely amazing. I do my embossing folders in both paper and vellum. Let's see if I've got one in here. That one says not great for vellum, so we won't show that one. But I've got one here, this one, that I've done with vellum. And I store my embossing folders in these little packets that I get from Temu, and I just open them up, and it tells me what I have to use, excuse me, in order to get good impressions on it. Tuesday, what time? I have some, but I don't know how to use them. Stacy, the video that goes up on Tuesday is actually going to be an uploaded video. It's not going to be a live, so there's no time to come in and say, you know, this is when the live is starting. It's just going to be an uploaded video. Well, it's not just going to be an uploaded video, but it's going to be an uploaded video like all of my Ollie's haul, all of my Ollie's shop with me's. And it should go up sometime around 7 p.m., maybe a little bit earlier, maybe a little bit later. It depends on how my spoons are doing. But see, this one is snowflakes. And this is what this one looks like when it is done this way. If you want me to, Stacy, make a comment in there. If you want me to do a live afterwards where I'm working with it so you can ask questions, I'm also happy to do that. So I could do the video on Tuesday and then a live on embossing folders on Wednesday, if you would like that. And the Wednesday one is usually somewhere between 6:30 and 9:30 p.m., just depending on what mood I'm in. But I always put in the Facebook group when the live is going to be. So sometimes YouTube doesn't notify people that I'm going live, but it will always be in the Facebook group that I'm going live on such and such a day. And I don't remember who suggested that. I really need to go back and find out who suggested that so I can thank that person and say, yes, this is who suggested that, because it was a great idea. And I really need to thank that person by name. Yeah, absolutely. The Facebook link, the link to join Facebook will be in this live after it finishes, but it's also in any recent video that I've put up, any recent live, any recent Ollie's video, any recent other video that I've put up. It's already in the description there, but it will also be in the description for this one when it goes back up after I finish. But look at that on vellum. Is that not the most beautiful thing? So you can do this one on cardstock and you get this effect, or you do it on vellum and you get this effect. And it's just gorgeous because you can see my hand through it on the vellum, but you can't see my hand through it on the cardstock. And it just gives you this gorgeous light effect. And one of the things that I like about some of these boards, and this is one of them, is not all of them do this, but this is one that does. If you open it up, it's got a break right there so that you can push a piece of vellum through it, and then you can put a strip of vellum down this and emboss just a strip of vellum, but it'll be longer than your card, so you can curl it under so that the adhesive that holds the vellum to the card is on the back side of your card front so that nobody can see the adhesive. Because one of the tricky things about working with vellum is that if you use any sort of adhesive without covering it with a sentiment or something, you can see the adhesive through the vellum. So if you have embossing folders like this, where you can stick your vellum through a gap in the back of it, and not all of them are like this, but this one is, you can make a strip of vellum and put it around the sides, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. If I remember, I will do that for you on Tuesday and or Wednesday. So it can, so that people can see how that works. But there we go. But so yeah, I use these on vellum, and the vellum that I have is just the cheap vellum from Michael's. I didn't buy any special vellum, and it works really well. But I usually have to use less pressure. Like this one, if I want to do 2 vellum, it's plate A, plate C, and 1 photo board. If I want to do 1 piece of cardstock, it's plate A, plate C, and 2 photo boards. So there's more pressure on this when I'm doing the cardstock than there is when I'm doing the vellum. So it's just something that I write on there so I know how to get the good effects later. Oh, look at this. Oh, I'm not going to open this one because I know this is a repeat, which means that this one's going to be given away. I've run out of the ways to, I've only got one place left that I can still get the cheap stuff from Temu because they figured out what I was doing and now they require me to buy 15 items and I'm not going to do it. And the items that they show me are all high dollar items, so I'm really not going to do it. So some of these items I got for like a penny, some of them I got for 99 cents, and some of them I ended up getting duplicates on because they didn't have anything that I didn't already have. So I know this is a duplicate, so I know this is going to be a giveaway at some point, but it turns out to be little flowers in it. Corn. Okay, Karen, corn. I'm not sure what corn means, but okay. I run the venom machine, corn machine. Oh, you're trying I run the venom machine. I know you didn't mean venom either. I run corn. X-Run. Oh, there we go. Oh, gotta love autocorrect, don't you? Autocorrect is just amazing. I don't run the X-Run. The one that I run the most is my Beaver that I got for free from Temu. This is the one that I run the most. I do have the Cuttlebug as well. I got the Cuttlebug first, and then I got this one. I like this one better because it doesn't have the fold-out plates. It's solid. Oh, don't worry about it, Karen. I blame it on the autocorrect and fat fingers all the time. All the time. Because, you know, it's never ducking. Just remember that. It's never ducking. Never. It's never ducking. Anyway. So, yeah, I used that one. I do have the Cuttlebug one that has the fold-down things, but they don't seem overly structurally sound to me. So I like the Beaver one because it's all one piece like that. And this one came with dies. It's poinsettias. And you can see the poinsettias, and it makes a frame out of it. But it also came with these 2 dies so that I could cut out the embossed poinsettias after I have embossed it. And then I can have, it's got this ring in it. So it's got a little frame and it's got these poinsettias that I have die cuts to cut out. And it just fits right on top of that, right there, to cut out the poinsettias. That's not the 2. Maybe it's these 2. But it's stuck together and it just cuts them out beautifully, whichever it fits on. And I don't have really a lot of time to sit here and play with it and figure it out, but it really is cool. And so I love the fact that I love the ones that come with die cutters as well, because you can cut them out. And I think I paid $3 for that one, which is not a bad price for a embossing folder with its own die cutters. You know, that's actually a really good price. So, you know, if you get into the Temu way of thinking, then you can do that. I do have a sponsored video coming up as well, because Journal Say reached out to me and said, we'll send you some stuff if you do a sponsored video of it. And I have received the package now. So sometime next week, I'm going to be doing my sponsored video at Journal Say. And I focused a lot on washi tapes and ink pads and embossing folders. So that's what I focused on mostly, but Journal Say had a lot of really cool stuff on them. I will talk more about my impression of their website and my impression of their products when I actually do the thing, but so far it's overall positive, I do have to say. So this one it has an airplane, and it has a ship, and it has a boat, and it has some other things. This is a travel embossing folder, so that one's really cool. There's another one of those that's got the multiple little things on it. And then there's this one that is, it's the A2 sized card, which is what I love so much. And it just makes this beautiful border. And if I have the wherewithal to do it, which I seriously doubt I ever will, but if I had the wherewithal to do it, I could actually put low-tack tape on it when I run it through the, after I run it through the embossing folder, run it through right side up, and then when it comes out, put low-tack tape on it so the whole thing stays together. And I could do that several times with like 3 or 4 different colors. And then I could actually pick out the individual colors and put them together in the individual frames. So I'm just trading off colors. And I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but if I did this in red, gold, green, and blue, then I could make the inner parts here red, gold, green, blue, red, gold, green, blue. And then the borders, one would be red, one would be gold, one would be green, and one would be blue. But it's an awful lot of work to do that. It looks really cool when it's done. Oh my gosh, I can't say how wonderful it works, but it's an awful lot of work, especially one that's got these little bitty squares in it. So I probably won't ever do it that way. I'll probably just use the outer layer of it. And then these pieces that get cut out, they're big enough for me to either cut into smaller pieces to use as shaker bits, or to cut into smaller pieces to use as embedded accoutrements in my paper making thing. So, and then this one looks to me like some sort of reptile skin, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm one of those people that think snakes are cool. I really do. I think they're amazing and awesome. We live in an area where we have rat snakes and black racers, and I would so love to find an indigo. Oh my gosh, to see an indigo in my yard would be just amazing, because they're endangered and they don't come out very often and you don't see them very often. But we have a lot of black racers and a lot of rat snakes, and they do a really good job of keeping other venomous snakes down, so I don't mind them so much. But look how cool that is. Look how much that looks like reptile skin. I do. I love that so much. So, yeah. I thought that was amazing. And then to put that on any sort of piece together, flat piece together, a piece of, oh, I've lost my words. A piece of copy paper, and then you put cut out pieces of different types of cardstock on top of that, and then you run it through with this. It makes it look like it was all one sheet and all meant to be that way. So that's really cool. That's really, really cool. I love that. This one is poppies, I believe. I believe that this one is all poppies. Look at this. Look how beautiful it is. Look at these beautiful little poppies. And what I love about this one is that after it's been embossed, this one would be so easy to just fussy cut out these individual poppies and put them down in different levels on the front of a card front, and have it be little different levels of these beautiful little, I think they're poppies. Maybe they're magnolias. I don't know. I'm not good with flowers. I don't know how to identify flowers very well, but they're just beautiful little flowers. And once they're embossed, they could be cut out individually because they don't overlap each other. And it's odd to have flower embossing folders where the flowers themselves don't overlap each other. So this one's perfect for fussy cutting afterwards. And then there's this one, which is an embossing folder, but it also has these die cutters to go with it. So this one does other ones like that. So here we go. There we go. And as per usual, I'm going to run out of time before I get to show everything. But, you know, that's just typical me. But this one this one is strictly portrait. It doesn't have a landscape ability, because a lot of these, one of the things that I love about embossing folders is to find ones that can do both landscape and portrait, because I like to do my cards in both orientations. This one is strictly portrait, but it does come with the die cutters to cut out these different flowers that are in here. So I can emboss it, and then I can cut out these different flowers. And then once I've done that, I can put them on top of the embossed card to give it even more depth and dimension. I can do them in different colors to give them more interest. I can do them in sparkly things like the glitter cardstock that I have, or maybe cut one out in this and put it on top of there. I mean, just so many different things that you could do with it. It's just so pretty. I just absolutely love it. So that one's another really cool one that I got. I love these things. I mean, there are ways to get a lot of really cool stuff for really cheap from Temu. There really are. The ones that were working for me really well was Discount 777, Rebate 100, and the Discount Mystery Box, because they work together. You can do the Discount Mystery Box and then those items that you pick for a penny. and $2.99, and then the middle one is either $1.99 or 99 cents. They show up in the rebate 100, and the discount 777 items also show up in the rebate 100. But like I said, right now rebate 100 is requiring me to buy 15 high dollar items. I'm not doing it anymore. So the Temu packages are going to be getting few and far between for a while until I find another way to get the stuff really cheap. This, I believe, is a layering stencil. And you know what? I'm going to save that until Wednesday's live stream so that I can put it on my Cricut mat and I can layer it up and show you exactly what it looks like. Look at the little dragons. Look at the little dragons. I love them so much. I did not need any more dragons. I have enough dragon stamps, but I did not have these dragon stamps, and I love them. I love them so much. This one says hi, this one says grr, and this one says good luck. So there's a hi and a grr and a good luck, and then there's these little dragons. Aren't they just the cutest little things? Oh my gosh. And because I was talking about, when I saw that journal entry, that journal insert that you could get in St. Pete that had ships on it, I thought, you know what, ships might be a pretty cool little die cutter to have. So I found these and I thought they were really cool. So let's see what I'm up. I'm up to 40 minutes. Again, I keep on saying my lives are going to be 30 minutes, and they never are. I should just give up and say my lives are going to be 45 minutes, but I don't like them to go too terribly long because then people get, you know, they have other things to do. I'm not the only thing that people have going on in their lives. And so I understand that people can't devote like an hour of time to watching this. So I'm going to finish going through this. I'm going to leave it where it is, and I'm going to finish going through this in my next live on Wednesday. And I think I'm going to do, on Tuesday, my video is going to be about how I use my embossing folders. And then on Wednesday, I'll do a live where I'm doing embossing things so people can ask questions at the same time while I'm live. Because Stacy, I think that is an excellent suggestion. Karen, Stacy, who else was in here? Bone Tired Travelers, Amira, and Doris, thank you so very much for watching. Thank you so very much to everybody who was just lurking and didn't comment, because you're very much appreciated as well. Thank you to everyone who was watching, and I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving and a very, very restful Friday, and you have a very, very restful Saturday and Sunday, and that everything with your family, that when family got together, if you need time alone, that they understood and they let you have that time alone. And I hope that the time with family was wonderful, and that you had a great time. I really do, because family is such an amazing thing to have. So I hope that making a craft roulette card. Thank you for sharing your time and fun finds with us. You're making a craft roulette card. Oh, how cool. That's really neat, Stacy. And you're welcome, Doris. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I am so honored that you took the time out of your day to watch me and to look at the stuff that I got from Temu and to watch me cut up the cards that are going to go out for people to test. And please do join the Facebook group, subscribe to the channel, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend or whatever time of day it is that you're watching this video when it restreams. Cheers and happy crafting, everybody!